and thank you for joining this brief XL Lasers tutorial video. In this video, we will be giving you some useful advice and tips about the care of your laser optical fibre, all of which we hope will help you save time and money, minimise downtime, and keep everything working efficiently. We will be covering 4 things in this video. Firstly, we'll be looking at the packaging, storage and coiling of optical fibres. We'll then look at the importance of cleaning the terminated end that connects to your light source. Thirdly, how to terminate the working end of the fibre. And finally, a pre-op check to be carried out just before each surgical procedure. So let's start with a few comments about looking after your optical fibre in general. The fibre is supplied to you in a sealed bag along with some instructions for use. We recommend keeping the fibre in the same bag after use. This helps with traceability, as the part number and batch number of fibre are displayed on the label. The size of the bag also shows you how tightly to coil your optical fibre before storage. Although optical fibres are very robust, they can snap if coiled too tightly, so we recommend a diameter of about 15 centimetres and certainly no smaller than the diameter of a CD or DVD. Before each use, the fibre connector which plugs into the light source should be inspected for damage and cleanliness. The smallest speck of dust on the optical surface is enough to cause a problem, and we recommend that the surface cleaning device is used before plugging the fibre into the light source. Cleaning is performed with the cleaning cassette and is a simple process of sliding the cleaner cassette open to expose a fresh length of cleaning tape and then stroking the optical surface of the fibre across the tape with 2 full strokes. Never touch the optical surface with fingers, and remember to replace the safety cap over the end of the fibre before storage. Another task which should always be performed between operations, and sometimes during longer operations, is termination of the working tip. At this point, it's a good idea to refresh our memories about the construction of optical fibres. The central part of the fibre, which carries the laser power, is very tiny indeed and made of glass. Surrounding that central core is a cladding made from a hard polymer. The outer coating, which is made of clear PTFE, is there for protection and to help everything stay clean. During normal use, the tip of the fibre becomes quite hot, and this can cause the outer PTFE sheath to melt a little. It is extremely important that the melted section of the sheath does not start to intrude into the metal handpiece. We recommend that there should always be 8 to 10 millimeters of undamaged sheath protruding from the metal handpiece. Terminating the working end of the optical fibre is quite straightforward, and with a little practice takes almost no time at all. The first thing is to loosen the grip of the handpiece and push about 30 centimeters of the fibre through. Don't be tempted to pull the fibre out back through the handpiece, or this could cause the introduction of damaged PTFE into the metal tube, and this will damage it internally. 2 tools are needed for the termination process, and both are available from XL Lasers. The first tool is called a cleaver and looks a little bit like a screwdriver with a sharp edge. The second tool is a stripper, used for stripping away the PTFE outer sheath of the fibre cable. We start by holding the fibre firmly against a hard surface and taking the cleaver and placing it on the fibre at right angles at a distance which is at least 1 centimetre upstream of any damaged section. What we're not doing here is attempting to cut through the entire fibre with the cleaver, but what we do need to do is to score through the PTFE outer sheath, and we do this with some backwards and forwards movement of the cleaver. Usually just 3 or 4 strokes are needed to score the sheath. The process feels a little bit like carving a chicken and hitting a bone. It's very much the same when using the cleaver on the optical fibre. As soon as you start to feel resistance, you know that you have hit the polymer cladding of the fibre, and that's the point at which you should stop using the cleaver. Having scored through the outer sheath, it's then a simple matter to take the fibre between the fingers and thumb of two hands and give a sharp snap, which will break the optical fibre. Then give a couple of twists, which will just tear off the remaining bits of PTFE sheathing. We now have to remove a section of the outer PTFE sheath, and again we recommend removing 10mm. To do that, we use the stripping tool, which can be set for the length of sheath that needs to be removed. So, insert the fibre into the stripper so that the end of the fibre touches the adjustable end stop inside the stripper jaws. The stripper handles are then squeezed and the whole thing is rotated backwards and forwards 2 or 3 times before a final pull is given, which removes the sheath from the fibre. It's very similar to using wire strippers. Having now prepared and checked both ends of the optical fibre, we can connect it to the light source and switch on the red aiming beam. Before going any further, it's a very good idea to look along the length of the fibre cable and check that there are no bright red spots anywhere along its length, as that can indicate that the fibre is damaged and must not be used. So, as long as there are no bright red spots, you're good to go and can start operating. A summary of these instructions is included with each new optical fibre pack, but if anything is unclear, then as always we are only a phone call away, and all our contact details are on the website. Many thanks for watching this Excel Lasers tutorial video.